Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little pregnancy update and cover weeks 32 through week 34 because the day after you see this I will be 35 weeks pregnant. And there's definitely some, let's say interesting, I guess. I wouldn't say fun. Interesting new symptoms and things going on, but then we do have some fun footage of little baby boy moving in my belly. Finally caught him on camera. And then I also have some ultrasound footage as well that I will include. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. At 32 weeks, I felt him hiccup for the first time, which was really cool. It's just a very slight movement that I felt in the belly, but it was more rhythmic, you know, happening like in the same timing, in the same pattern. It was really cute. And then ever since then, he's been getting hiccups quite often. For a while, it was daily. Now it's probably like every other day, every third day. And hiccups are totally normal. It's actually them practicing breathing in the womb, and that's how they get hiccups. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I did read somewhere if it's like super consistent, like multiple times a day, to just let your doctor know. But I don't think we're at that stage. And then 32 weeks, heartburn started happening. So at night, you know, got my Tums next to my bed. Heartburn is not very fun, but you know, is what it is. And all his ultrasounds do have like little hair markings. So, well, at least that's what the ultrasound tech said it was. So we'll see if that old wives' tale is true. You know, the heartburn equals a lot of hair. We will see. I've also just been so sore. Like, I've been sore, you know, for a month or so, I would say, just because of how low baby boy is sitting. But it just feels like I did a crazy ab workout by the end of the day. Like, it's just horrible. And if I don't wear my belly band, I definitely know a difference. So I just know it's gonna get worse as he gets bigger in these final weeks, and he, you know, gains even more weight every week in these final weeks. But at 32 weeks, that was my main comment, just so sore, and that has just continued over the next couple weeks that we're gonna cover today. Also in 32 weeks, I started getting a bad taste in my mouth at night, which if you guys remember, that was super common for me in the first trimester when I was super nauseous and everything. I just, you know, try and drink something with some flavor in it or suck on a Tootsie Pop. That's really been helping. Some people say that gum helps, but I don't know. Gum hasn't really helped me this pregnancy, which is weird because gum is gonna have a different taste in my mouth, plus peppermint is supposed to help with like nausea and things like that, but just didn't do it for me. Might do it for you, but I don't know. Also, my belly button was getting very shallow during week 32, and more on the belly button later on in this video. I also noticed a couple Braxton Hicks, and not too many, but I just felt my belly tighten and release, and I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. And then a couple minutes later, tighten and release. And I've only had it, like I said, like a couple times, and there have just been sets of 2. So nothing super crazy. So now on to week 33. I just started feeling, you know, even more sore, shocker, and a little pressure down there. And that's just baby lowering. I don't think he's like dropped yet necessarily. I mean, he's always been low, so I don't know, but I haven't like felt a significant difference, but I do feel a little bit more pressure, like gravity is like sitting more on my cervix. So, you know, I don't know, going with it, but sitting on my ball does help, especially at the end of the night if the pressure and the soreness really hurts. I just try and sit on my ball. I sit on my ball when I'm working at my desk instead of my desk chair, literally sitting on it right now. Hopefully I'm not bouncing too much for you guys, but it really does help. And then doing the hip circles on the ball, I try to like every day just to keep my hips open and loosey-goosey. So also this one's a weird thing. I did Google it and it said like it's totally, I guess, normal, but I've never heard of it. You know how your foot falls asleep? Well, kind of like fell asleep like down there, if you know what I mean. Like just the whole area felt numb, and then like, you know, the tingly when it wakes up. It was really, really odd. But I guess it was just like baby or something just pushing on a nerve and fell asleep. So who knows? It was weird, but Google says it's okay. And I'll mention it to my doctor next time that I go. This week during 33 weeks, I actually went to my 32-week appointment just for scheduling reasons, because now I know like which certain doctors I like. In like the group of 10 that I'm seeing in the practice, that I just kind of wait until they have an opening. So my 32-week appointment was a couple days late in week 33. And that doctor's appointment is normally just a, you know, routine checkup, blood pressure, check your weight, check your temperature, ask if you have questions, you know, just make sure everything is a-okay. They listen to the heartbeat and get your fundal height. However, because baby boy was measuring 3 weeks ahead at my last visit, just due to like the fundal height, which is measuring your belly, they wanted to do an extra ultrasound, which I'm totally cool with because I love seeing him. So I did get an ultrasound that day, but we were really upset this day because normally, due to, you know, everything going on, you're not allowed to have visitors at your appointments unless there's an ultrasound. So of course, Will got off work early, came along, and they just changed the rule that day back to no visitors at all. So that was really upsetting, but because of that, and because I told her, you know, my husband was really upset, and I like emphasized it, she let me videotape a portion of the ultrasound, which is like a big no-no at my office. So in a second, I'll put those clips in because it's really cute and kind of see him move around a little bit. But during this visit, my blood pressure was amazing. So thank goodness. You guys know we had a little scare with that earlier on, but everything is looking great so far. My fluid is normal. She said I'm at an 18, and just me being curious, I asked her what like the normal range is, and she said 8 to 24 is like a normal fluid range. So I am right on the money. And then during the ultrasound, she said everything did look good. He is measuring in the 73rd percentile now. So he is measuring a little bit ahead. I didn't ask her like in weeks how ahead that is necessarily, but I'm assuming like a week, week and a half. But she said that he is measuring on the bigger side, but nothing too big to be concerned about, and we're a-okay. She's not worried. And at my last appointment, he was probably just in, you know, a weird position in my belly, hence why the fundal height method measured him 3 weeks ahead instead of, you know, what he's actually at. And then the only other thing to mention about this appointment is my weight gain. I gained 4 more pounds in the 2 weeks between appointments, which she said at this stage in the game, you know, she's not worried about 2 pounds a week, totally fine. And I'm on track with my weight gain. So that's awesome as well. That pretty much wraps up week 33. Other than the doctor's appointment, really not much happened that week, but I will put in the clip of the ultrasound now for you guys, and then we'll get into week 34.
Okay, coming at you with a voiceover to kind of explain as we go, but this is baby boy's profile. You can see his little heart beating there and some little fingers up by his forehead. He likes to keep his hands up by his face these days. And then she moved it around so you can kind of see like a frontal picture of his face. And I don't know if that's little biceps or what, but if that's biceps, then oh my goodness. I think it is because I see a hand. That's insane. Back to a profile. Here she's moving down toward his belly. And in a second you can see him roll over. Right here. That's him rolling over. It's still so cool to feel him move as I see it on the screen. There's his little manhood, as she called it. And then she goes down to show me his feet. You can kind of see a footprint of one and then a side of one foot. And he's just moving a lot at this point. And then back to his profile.
So now on to week 34. My bad taste in my mouth, in the evening has gotten so much worse, even to the point of nausea some nights, which just sucks. It's like a flashback to the first trimester when I was just miserable 24/7, but thank goodness it's only a couple hours a day at the moment. Anyway, knock on wood, because it is kind of common for nausea to come back, toward the end of your pregnancy. So hopefully it's not going to be a thing and it's just going to stay pretty mellow. Oh, I got like this hair on my face. It just keeps flying. It's annoying me. Okay. Anyway, also at night when I'm laying down, I just feel kind of like shortness of breath, which also kind of normal. Baby's getting bigger, pushing up, on my lungs and, everything going on in there. So shortness of breath, not very fun, but, livable. Back to the belly button. Okay, the belly button is definitely way shallow. And I don't know about you guys, but belly buttons just give me the heebie-jeebies. Like, when you're little and everyone thinks it's funny to like run around and stick people's fingers in like their friend's belly button. Like, I'm talking when you're really little. That always freaked me out. And if anything accidentally, like if I accidentally poke it or whatever, it's always just freaked me out. So now that it's really shallow, it's just super sensitive, especially like when he kicks from the inside, and it just gives me the chills. It's freaking me out just even talking about it right now. But I'm worried that I'm gonna get an outie soon, which isn't the end of the world. Like, I'm not worried about like it looking weird or whatever. I really don't care if I get an outie in that sense. I just know I'm going to freak out because it's gonna give me the heebie-jeebies with my shirt rubbing on it, it like hitting things, I don't know. And the other night I was laying in bed and baby boy was pushing his butt or something like right up to my belly button, and I swear I thought it was gonna pop out. It was stinging, it was hurting. I have never felt that sensation at all in my belly button, so it was really weird. I just kind of like pressed my hand up against it like, please just move, little boy, please just move. And eventually he did. So we still have an innie as of now. Next update, I'm not too sure though, to be quite honest. We'll just have to see. Still sore, still uncomfortable. It's just, harder to do things, in general. But that is pregnancy for you. And I still have this week and then next week that I'm still doing photo work and things. And then I'll be on maternity leave, which looking back, I wish I would have taken maternity leave this week because I have a lot to get done. That is a little update I'll say now. We have put the nursery together like furniture wise. Now I just have to organize all the little decor pieces, all his little clothes and everything. So that video will be coming in probably a week and a half-ish. So stay tuned from that. Lots of nesting stuff coming up for sure. I'm just completing my work for my business and then really going ham on nesting. Right now I'm just kind of like nesting in between my work hours. Yeah, the only other thing I really wanted to talk to you guys about today was that, of course, he's active. He's always been active, but I finally got him on camera. As you know, he has been shy. Will's only felt him like probably 4 or 5 times during this whole entire pregnancy, which is crazy with the amount that he moves. Quick bump shot for you guys, and then I'll put in that footage at the end for you. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because Belly's getting bigger. This is actually not a maternity shirt, so I'm still trying to rock a couple of them. I feel like he's definitely getting bigger, and this is in the morning, and as the day goes on, he definitely moves position and I look even bigger toward the evening. But oh my goodness, that looks big and low to me. You guys, let me know if you think he's getting lower or not. I don't know, he's been low the whole time, like I said. But this is what it looks like. Stretch marks are definitely getting darker and more prevalent, but it still hasn't risen above like my belly button. So I'm cool with that. That's gonna be helpful in the future with swimsuits and whatnot. Thank you guys so much for watching again today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go head over to Instagram if you want little sneak peeks of the nursery and what is happening around here before I get it on YouTube. I will see you all in my next video, and enjoy this little belly video.